Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm blinding myself with that light. I'm trying to get my lighting right. It's not going well. This is going to be your general reading for January 2021. I am using the Impressionist Tarot. I'm going to be clarifying with Levita Sabila. And I'm going to be pulling, of course, I started out, I did the Gemini where I said I was going to pull either a Golden Nostradamus and or a Romance Angel card, but I'm gonna stick with the Lost Nostradamus, the Golden Tarot of Nostradamus, the Oracle cards, because they just really they seem to work. So I'm gonna turn this around and I'm gonna work on this lighting, y'all, because I had it just perfect at one point and then I don't know what happened to it. So let's turn the camera around. And I've already done some meditation and shuffling on your sign. This is going to be a mini cross. And so I'm going to put one more rifle on these. I promised you guys I would send out a newsletter. I'm still working on it. And there's a moon report because today is the new moon in Capricorn. All right. So here we go. In the center where we are now. And what we have, if I'm not mistaken, now I can't even count this because it's in Roman numerals. But if I'm not mistaken, that is the Hermit. I'm going to look at that again because I can't remember. And this is where we are now. This is what we think what will happen or what can come in to affect the situation. The Two of Pentacles. This is the foundation, what we know and what we stand on. Queen of Wands. That's a good card. Near or distant past. Ace of Cups. I'm sorry. Page of Cups. Near or distant future. Eight of Swords. Well. I'm going to tell you off the bat because I have every suit represented here. I have a major arcana, a coins, a swords, a wands, and a cup. I'm going to say that this is a life experience or a business situation like that. I can't quite give a term to it, but whatever this is, it's all areas are dependent upon this or involved in this. Let me put it that way. Over the reading, well, there you have it. I have a Two of Cups. Now, in the reading itself, I only have two pip cards, which is the Two of Coins and the Eight of Swords. Let me double check to make sure that is the Hermit card, okay? Because, they did Roman numerals when I was in school. That ain't even the right card. It is the Moon card. Now, see how my brain is? There's the moon right there. Ah! Okay. So, that's the Moon card. So, as a timing, we're talking about something that's going to be occurring now, or it started 2 weeks ago, or it may be 2 weeks after this new moon in Capricorn. These two pentacles at the top. Twos always represent a choice, an option, a duality, an opposition, a crossroads. So this tells me that there's some decision that needs to be made. I do feel that this Queen of Wands, even though I'm reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this is the idea that you are or have been or will be in a position where your creative abilities are going to be coming to the fore. So this is about maybe you are trying to start a new business. Maybe you are looking to collaborate to find another partner. Maybe you have sent out some resumes and now you're waiting to hear back from something. And the reason why I say this is because this is an offer. This page comes in with an offer here. It does come around or near this full moon, between the two cycles of the full moon in Cancer, your sign, back on, I want to say December 29th, and the new moon today of December 12th. But yet, excuse me, there's a bit of uncertainty here for you. And this is what the moon does. That's the energy of the moon. The moon can be quite lovely and beautiful and romantic, but it can also cause us not to see things as they truly are. Everything's a bit softer in the moonlight. Shadows take different shapes, right? It's not as bright and clear as when we can see by the light of the sun. And so I feel for some of you, this offer, which really is a new financial opportunity, or the opportunity to join forces, or to put two things together, or to make new plans. For some of you, you feel as though there is something restrictive about it, right? Eight of Swords. So there she is, standing up against this pole or whatever, with these 8 swords in front of her. And this card, no matter what deck I read with, always to me comes out as the windmills of the mind. See it in the background there? And so this is about the fear of you're running so many negative scenarios in your mind that you are, in effect, maybe perhaps making a mountain out of a molehill. Because truly, nobody controls your own thoughts but you. It tells me that your intuition is kicking in, but I think some of you are not quite certain if you should believe what your intuition is telling you. This Two of Cups, most people will look at it as a romantic relationship, but the Two of Cups is simply about partnership. And it is about the kind of partnership in which you are valued and respected, and you are treated as an equal. So I have seen this card come in when there's a new business partner, or a new business alliance, or some new project that is about to come your way. So my advice would be for you to watch your thoughts, watch what you are thinking, and based upon all the facts and circumstances, use your best judgment, right? If you feel that this is something that you may get trapped in and you may not be able to get out of, then you already have your answer about what you should do. It shouldn't be like too hard, right? Because this card in this deck, let me give you the meaning of it. Says that you need to find a way to free yourself from the bonds of entrapment. Cut ties, slip out the back door, and try not to fall into the same trap again. The keywords are bondage, entrapment, imprisonment, and victimization. So for some of you, this could be the same individual or the same offer coming back up again. But the thing is, if you've already been there and you've done that, then you have your answer, right? It may be a short-term answer to whatever the issue is that you're going through right now. But the question becomes, is it really going to be worth it? Are you as free as you think you are when it comes to doing what you want? Because this is not just about finances. This is about the doing of something. So if this is going to entangle you or entrap you or tie you up and you're not able to move as freely as you'd like, this is a Juno issue. Juno is that idea about getting the status and the recognition and reaping the rewards, but yet you don't have the freedom, and you do it for the security, but yet you don't have the freedom that you'd like, right? And so sometimes, it's not like doing a deal with the devil. It is like not listening to your own intuition and saying, you know what, I knew I shouldn't have done this. So I think there's a warning here for you. Let me give you this moon. It says, because the moon reflects the sun, it symbolizes the need for reflection and contemplation. Pay attention to your dreams and listen to your intuition. The keywords are cycles, reflection, spiritual and physical transformation. So to me, indeed, I feel that, and if this offer has not come yet, you will be hearing about it soon. Pages do bring news. There is that partnership thing. Let me tell you what the 2 means right quick. The 2 of coins, the 2 of pentacles. It says your life is in a steady state of flux. Because the suit of pentacles relates to money and material existence, or the doing of things, You might be trying to balance two jobs or trying to live in two separate worlds. Balance, equilibrium, dexterity, and harmony. And indeed, I would say that for some of you, there's this possibility that you'll end up being in a situation that may not be to your advantage. But there's another message here, and this is about the idea of self-sabotage, of only thinking of the negative things, of only worrying and being, this is going to do this or this is going to do that. What you should do as this Queen of Wands would be to look it over, think it over, discuss it, get a second opinion, ask the questions that you need to ask before you sign the paperwork. What happens if this occurs? Am I going to be able to get out of this? Am I going to owe anything? Will I be charged? These are the kinds of questions that you need to ask, and you should not be fearful of asking these questions. The reason why, what comes to mind is this idea about the word sabotage and where it comes from. Back in the day when the peasants were working out and toiling in the fields over in Holland, and they wore the wooden shoes, these sabots, they had an uprising and a revolt because they weren't being paid the way that they should have. So they took their shoes, the sabots, and threw them into the gears of the windmill, thereby sabotaging it. Nobody could make any money. And they were like, well, look, if I can't make no money, you can't make no money, right? So the question becomes, is this still going to sabotage you, or are you sabotaging yourself with your negative thinking? So what I want to do for you is I want to pull cards on this offer. That's really about all I can do. Ultimately, the choice is going to be yours, right? About what you should do. And personally, I know it can be difficult sometimes when you have a decision. It feels like it's an important decision. And so, that you second guess whatever your intuition is telling you. For some of you, you're second guessing. Your intuition is going, you should take that, but you're fearful of something going wrong with it. For others of you, your intuition is telling you, hell no, don't touch it. But you're thinking, man, maybe I can get ahead or I can get that thing, right? So don't second guess your intuition no matter what it's telling you. And you have to learn to trust that whatever your intuition is telling you, it is the correct thing, okay? So let's pull cards on this Page of Cups here. And seriously, for some of you, I would say within the next few days, you're going to be getting this offer, this message, this news coming in. The Donna Maritata. The Riunione. Interesting. And the Giovani Fanciulla. Well, now I have two women here. I have a Queen of Coins and I have another Queen of Wands. Now, for all intents and purposes, this could be two women. This could be that type of situation. It does not feel like that to me, so I'm going to go with the way that it feels. When I see this card comes out, this can say, one, that you may have children, right? You don't always have to, but it says that you are a nurturing person. Typically, okay, this card speaks to someone who is practical, down to earth, good with managing money or handling organization, task, things of that nature. Can be someone that you can trust with a project or with your finances. But here we have this riunione, this meeting, and how about this? This could even be a same-sex relationship in terms of romance. We'll just do it that way, okay? Because it very well could be. So, because I always like to read for same-sex and heterosexual couples, but I also like to read across all different areas of life, all right? Because this speaks to a meeting of some kind, okay? It doesn't tell me the nature of the meeting. It just says that this is a meeting. That meeting can be anywhere. It could be in a restaurant. It could be at a bar. It could be at a coffee shop. It could be at your yoga place. It could even be out in the country if there's a location. What is interesting to me is this Giovani Fanciulla, because sometimes she will show up completely confusing the situation because you think, oh my God, it's another woman. To me, she's not showing up like this. To me, this is talking to me about some kind of fear or trouble. This lady is pointing in two directions. She's pointing to the past with her finger, but she's also pointing downward. So to me, what the card is saying is this is you. And even as a Cancer female, or a person who takes the role as a female, if this is a business situation, when it comes to your money, you can show up like a queen of coins. When it comes to your business, your work, your desire, your goals, and your ambition, you can show up as a queen of wands. So depending on where you are in life, you're going to show up as a different suit. So what this tells me is that you are worried or fearful about either meeting this offer or receiving this offer or going with this offer, whatever that offer may be. Okay? The key words with this card, when she shows up like this, are vulnerability, fragility. Let me give you the other one. There's 3 words. Let me find them here. 1 second. Vulnerability, fragility, and impressionability. Okay? Now, it says in... Okay, the 3 key words are vulnerability, impressionability, and fragility. And basically, in financial matters, it points to inexperience and rash mistakes. But it can also point to an internship or someone who has just started working, or the trial period or job in a contract. It can sometimes point to anxiety and a degree of uncertainty and instability. Okay? These are the keys, that the cards that hold the key to what is happening. And this is you, perhaps in a position of dealing with finances. Maybe you're the head of the household and you're the one who's making the money, all the money right now, right? Maybe you really are good at finances and organizing, but there's some kind of meeting that's going to be coming up. I don't know if this is an interview, because sometimes that card can show up somewhat as like an interview. It basically says that in love, it indicates making up after a disagreement. Someone comes back in a period of harmony and fulfillment. It predicts a positive ending to a relationship where disagreement has caused separation. In long distance relationship, it means that the partner will now be closer, if not being around on a more consistent basis. It comes as a breath of fresh air after a period of instability, giving renewed hope, harmony, and better circumstances. It is the card that represents a solution and feeling welcome in the environment. The neutral meanings are simply that: an appointment, a reunion, or a date, without any positive or negative connotation to it. In financial matters, it represents a good solution to a problematic situation. It can be the card of successful outcomes in a lawsuit, and that problems will be averted with the law. Now, that's all that tells me. Okay? And so I'm going to leave it at that. Remember the story of the sabotage, but also remember that you should trust your instincts. Okay? Now, formulate a question for the Golden Nostradamus, and I'm going to pull a card for you. There's definitely some kind of choice that's going to be coming up for you. Okay? And so, trust your intuition. Look at the situation as objectively as you can and make the best decision for yourself. Here we are, Golden Nostradamus. If I'm not mistaken, this is the rose. Why should it be something like the vase? I think it's the rose. It is. Of all his creatures, God alone can stand on his own. Never be too proud or vain. Accept the advice of people who love you and stay away from cunning and hatred. Love yourself and be fair with others. That's quite interesting. Never be too vain or proud. Accept the advice of the people who love you and stay away from cunning and hatred. Love yourself and be fair with others. And I would think that love yourself and be fair with others should really be love yourself and be fair with yourself. That's just me. Okay. And so that's what I have for you, Cancer, for January 2021. I do hope that helped. Is it? Did I say 2021? Okay. I did. So I hope that message helped. And until next time, namaste.